Hey Taurus, hope you guys had a good weekend. This read is for you guys. Alrighty, so universe, what do you got in store for Taurus? What messages do you have? And she is eager to talk. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started because I got cards falling out here. So I have the third eye chakra. I have victory and success. I have trapped in fear. I have patience and planning. And I have foundations and achievements. So the third eye chakra, it tends to speak of sort of your intuition, that little voice inside you. When you just know something's right or you just know something's wrong. I feel like maybe you're either you are or you were in a situation where you were not happy in your life. I don't know if it had to do with a job, a relationship, or multiple aspects of your life, but you were not happy and you definitely decided to make a change. And I feel like that's what the patience and planning and foundation and and achievements is. I feel like that's you making a new life for yourself, choosing a new way of being in this world. So I have the solar plexus chakra. It represents your self-esteem and sort of your inner power as well. I got conflict and defeat. I have movement, choices, decisions. I have mental conflict. And I have accelerated motion. So this definitely speaks of a change to me. It speaks of being in a place in your life where you were unhappy. And like I said, from the cards I can't tell exactly what it was. Whether it was one thing or multiple things in your life. I just had you in a real funk. And you were feeling, I think you were feeling depressed. And I think you were feeling really down on yourself. And I believe that this choice to change, and not just the choice to change, but then actioning that choice to change, I believe you're going to see not only an increase in your happiness, but also in your self-esteem as well. It's sort of going to be like you're going to be building yourself back up as a person. So I have the Ten of Wands here, and the Ten of Wands tends to represent feeling overwhelmed and overburdened, and I think that also speaks of this situation that you were stuck in. I have the Chariot, and I got her on top of accelerated motion. To me, she just speaks of encouragement in this change that you're making in your life and persevering. Sort of the universe's way of saying that yes, you've made the right choice to change. This is what you need to be doing. Stick with it. Keep going. I also have the Sun card, which for me is a good omen. It speaks of good things coming your way. I have the Four of Wands here, and the Four of Wands represents a sturdy foundation for your future, and I believe that's what you're doing right now. I believe this change that you're making is actually setting a foundation, a solid foundation for you for the rest of your life, and a better way of being in this world, and a lot more happiness. I have the Ace of Wands, which also speaks of new beginnings. I have the Four of Swords as well. And in this, he speaks of taking time for yourself to heal from this situation and doing things for you that make you happy. The Eight of Swords to me represents the way that you were feeling in this situation, maybe having a hard time not just making the choice to change, but figuring out exactly what you wanted that change to look like. I have the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords tends to represent a feeling of something was taken from you unfairly. Things were unfair. You caught the short end of the stick in this situation. I think that also contributed to how you were feeling before. You just felt like it wasn't fair. You weren't getting what you needed. You weren't happy. Strength, I believe, represents the inner strength that you had to draw on to make this change in your life, in setting this foundation for a bountiful future, for happiness, abundance, emotionally, I think, as well as just, I think in all aspects of your life as well. When I see that card, I see not just emotional abundance, but like the home as well. And so whatever you're doing, I feel like it's setting a foundation for the entire life, not just the personal side of it, but maybe the financial side as well. I also have the Wheel of Fortune card, and to me, in this, it represents your fortunes changing for the better. So I think you're going to be seeing some positive manifestations coming out of this decision to change. So I have the Three of Wands here, and the Three of Wands to me speaks of a positive forward movement of sort of building on your successes, but still looking towards a bright future and working your way towards your goals. I have the Three of Cups as well, which represents celebration, because I think that you're going to have a reason to celebrate with this change. This is going to put you in a much better place in your life. Okay, the next three cards that I have, I believe that they're a warning, and I believe that they're a warning against a person, somebody who might hamper your success. So I have the Devil card here, and the Devil card tends to represent a person with a very destructive, manipulative energy. And I have the Five of Swords, which speaks of selfish victories. So I feel like this person was very selfish. And I almost wonder if this is part of your change. This is someone that you've chosen to walk away from, or who's still in the situation and who might hamper your change and sabotage your forward progression. I have the Eight of Wands here, and to me in this read, the Eight of Wands says you need to be assertive, you need to stand up for yourself, and you need to put this person in their place when they start trying to undermine your success, that you decide you're not going to have it, and you make that extremely clear to this person. That's what it speaks to me of. So I have the Ace of Pentacles, which speaks of a new beginning, and it usually represents finances. I just have a feeling you're making a big change in your life, and I almost feel like that goes along with it as well. Maybe a new job or a new career. I also have the Eight of Pentacles, as usually called the Apprentice card. I'm feeling like it speaks of a couple of different kinds of learning in this. I feel like it, because you're making a big change, I feel like it also speaks to academic learning. So you might be going back to upgrade, going back to school, maybe going to get a trade or a degree or a certificate so that you can help build on this new life. But I also feel that it speaks to learning emotional lessons as well. And I believe it's probably going to tie into this person, whoever this is with the destructive force in your life. I see the Three of Pentacles as well. And the Three of Pentacles represents starting to see the payoff from all your hard work. So I think these changes that you've made are extremely positive. I think you're going to start to see the payoff of them emotionally, with happiness. I think possibly even financial wise. You're going to start to see things improve. You're going to start to see your life headed in that direction that you really want. You're going to see yourself progressing through the steps to get to your goal. I feel like this is a romantic partner, because I did get the Lover's card as well. That's what's jumping into my head. Maybe this is a current relationship. Maybe it's one that you left behind in this transition. But I don't think, like, either way, I think they're still in the picture, or they're trying to still be in the picture. Like, you haven't completely been able to sever those ties yet. And that's why they can try to sabotage and undermine your success, because they're still lurking in there somehow, whether you guys are still together or whether there's been a separation, but maybe they're not ready to let go, so they keep inserting themselves in your life. So I have the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups speaks of sort of an indifference, and it's usually a caution. In this case, I think it refers to this relationship. Maybe this person didn't know what they had until you left, and now they see that you're building yourself up. And they're going to try and stop that. I have the Justice scales as well. And to me, the Justice scales is saying to make yourself... to make yourself sort of like you're worth it. Because I think in this relationship, you were down here and they were up here. So the scales were tipped. They were getting what they needed, and nobody really cared if you got what you want. So I think this Justice card, I believe that it speaks of you tipping things back up and making yourself a priority. Your happiness is a priority. Your self-esteem is a priority. I think all of this that you're going through, this new career, this going back to school, whatever, this changes that you're making for the better and taking your power back and changing your life, I believe this is going to build your self-esteem right back up. So I got the Throat Chakra, which speaks of communication. I have positive movement forward. I have rest and rejuvenate. And I have patience. So patience to me in this read represents that this is going to be a process. It's going to be a journey. But to be patient and to trust that you're doing the right thing and have faith that this is going to work out the way it's supposed to. The rest and rejuvenate to me feels like it ties in with the Throat Chakra. It's about looking after yourself. It's about being assertive. It's about taking care of your needs and your wants and making sure that you're important. And a positive movement forward, I believe, speaks of your journey and an encouragement to continue your journey. And don't backslide, and don't let anybody else throw up roadblocks for you or try and drag you down on your journey. Alrighty guys, I hope that was helpful. Please feel free to comment if the read resonated with you. If you enjoyed these reads, please feel free to like and subscribe and join the community here. We would love to have you. Take care.